The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the podcast platform, its affiliates, or even the hosts. The information provided is for general informational purposes only and should not be taken as legal, financial, or professional advice. The host and guests are not liable for any errors of omission in the content, nor for any losses, injuries, or damages arising from the use of the information provided. Listeners are encouraged to seek professional advice relevant to their specific circumstances. Now enjoy.
Hello, welcome to Tea and Herbalism with Lady D, and I am Lady D. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be talking about calendula, which the Latin phrase is Calendula officinalis. So these are calendula flowers. They're dried, and they're a part of the Asteraceae family, which is the Aster daisy family. You may know them more as Pot Marigold. So the golden marigold flowers, that's what this is in that same family. So the tea we will be drinking today is going to be from the calendula flowers. So believe it or not, I use this flower to make the oils that I use for my body care products when oil is required. And I'll show you what that looks like. But I've never had it as a tea that I know of. And of course, I wish we had smell-o-vision so you can smell how wonderful it smells. So I just put 2 heaping teaspoons with my tea blue teaspoon into the glass pot. I'm going to add some water. Okay. I think I got it placed right. You can see me add the water. And I actually was able to get a new tea kettle. I'm excited about it. I'll show you. It's a whistling tea kettle. I realized I wasn't in the shot last week. So here we go. Just gonna pour enough to make about 8 or more, maybe 8 to 12 ounces of tea. Look at that. How beautiful that is. It's a nice golden color. And that's just in the first few minutes. And of course, we're going to cover it to keep that herbal goodness inside. And we'll check back on it after a while. So, I just told you that the calendula are the marigold flowers. It's in that same marigold family. So the petals are edible. So you can use it for tea. You can eat them in salads. So these are the dried flowers, the dry herb. If you had the fresh ones, you can tear off the petals and eat them in a salad. Or the dried ones. I have actually tasted the dried petals before, and they are good. And you can use them as seasoning. Some people grind it up into smaller particles and use it as seasoning while they're cooking. I have not done that yet. And they can be used as a substitute for saffron for color, but it says not for taste. But I think it tastes, for me, it tastes good. And again, you can use it as a tea, infused oil. So I fill the jar with the calendula flower. So I'll take these flowers, fill the jar, and then I pour olive oil to just above it and give it a good shake every day. And this one actually has been infusing a while, so I can strain this off. So about 4 weeks is enough time. And I'll show you after I strain the flowers off. So I have a whole setup with the measuring cup, a strainer. You can use cheesecloth in the strainer. And this is what it looks like afterwards. So this is the calendula oil that I mentioned when I said I use it in body products. And I have it labeled on the label. And it's a nice, rich smell. It doesn't smell exactly like the flowers because it is an extra virgin olive oil. That's what I use. So whatever oil you will use for cooking, like extra virgin, whatever quality olive oil you use, that is what you can use to make your infused oil. And I just keep it at my bedside. And I'll put this on after a bath, a shower. Not this is in the summer. I'm wearing a dress today. Put it on my legs so they look nice and popping. So I also use it in salves. So I believe I make a beard salve, and I use that in the salve. So yeah, you can also make a compress with it. So you can boil the tea or make the tea and then soak a towel in it. You can put that on wherever you have a wound at or a poultice. So you can shoot up the flowers and then just put the moist flowers on your skin. So calendula is known for making skin nice and smooth and soothing. So the leaves and flowers are soothing to the skin and they're used to treat acne, sunburn, and rashes, including diaper rash. And yes, these statements have not been approved by the FDA. But I mentioned the leaves make a healing poultice for minor cuts and scratches and bites and skin irritations. And I've used it for skin irritation. Like sometimes I'll get contact dermatitis. So I may use it with a little lavender, but you can definitely use it just as it is. When I say as it is, I mean the infused oil on your skin to help with irritation. Or again, the tea. You can soak a towel and put that on the irritated skin too. And it stimulates the immune system. So as far as when you take it internally as a tea, it stimulates the immune system and induces collagen production. So, and I also learned that calendula relaxes muscles. So it's an antispasmodic and it prevents spasms. The tea does treat abdominal cramping caused by constipation and menstrual cramping. So that's good. We'll get to taste that today. Like I said, it'll be my first time having calendula as a tea, even though I've used it for years externally. So I want to see. I gotta get that page. So it's also a detox. So it detoxes the body and the skin, the liver, gallbladder. And if you have eczema or acne, you can also take calendula as a tincture. But be mindful, most tinctures are made with vodka. So if you can't handle alcohol for whatever your personal reason would be to avoid alcohol, you can also use a glycerin um, as the base of the tincture instead of vodka. But there are books you can learn about how to do that some easily. So the leaves and flowers, which I have here. Actually, I don't have leaves. It's just the flowers and the head of the flower. They have antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, and antiviral effects. And it's an immunostimulant, which I mentioned earlier. It also heals and helps gastrointestinal problems like intestinal colitis, GERD, esophageal irritation, peptic ulcers, and inflammatory bowel disease. And with that, you would want to take it internally as far as the tea goes. Take it internally to help you with those intestinal problems. Oh, I do want to say again, not FDA approved. Be mindful of that. But people have used calendula to inhibit cancer. Yes. Okay. Actually, with the poultice, you don't have to chew the leaves if you don't want to. You could use a mortar and pestle, which I meant to have my mortar and pestle out to show you. Maybe next show I'll show a mortar and pestle. And you can break it up, or they call it macerating. You'll take that pestle, put it in the mortar, and macerate it. And then the juices from the flowers will come out. And then you can put that on your skin too. And the leaves can be bitter if you choose to chew them. I say I tasted some directly before. I had no problems, but everyone is different. And I believe I already mentioned that the leaves do soothe inflamed skin and help it to heal. So I've had a lot of personal success with the calendula oil, using it on my skin. It's just a part of my daily life now. I like the results personally. So I do have one warning here as far as calendula goes. It is in the Aster daisy family. Like last week we did chamomile. They're in the same family. And if you're allergic to marigold or ragweed, daisies, chrysanthemums, or chamomile, and even echinacea and other plants in the Aster daisy family, just try to avoid um, calendula if you can. But otherwise, just I hope you can enjoy it as much as I do. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at this. Excited. Take a look at the tea. We're gonna do a switcheroo like last week. I'm going to pour it into another pot. Okay, so this teapot has butterflies all over them, and even on the lid, on the handle. Isn't that beautiful? And I have this teacup. I'm gonna have to have a white background. And this is the teacup. It has butterflies again all over it and on the handle. Let's see. It's hard to show you. And then the saucer is an actual butterfly shape. Isn't it? I'll put it on the paper towel so you can actually see it. This is a lovely set from Killstar. I'm sure you've heard me mention that before. And this saucer says Stay Wild Moon Child. It has the moon phases as well as, actually, guess I could show you on the other camera. It has the moon phases as well as the astrological signs and constellations. So I did all that to show you the calendula tea. Look how beautiful that is. It's a nice marigold color. And we're gonna be extra, because that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna pour this into this other teapot that I have never used before. Oops, pouring tea everywhere. Can you see it? I don't think you can. Hold on. Now just bear with me. It's splashing everywhere. So I normally would have taken the insert out and put it on this other plate that I showed you. And yes, I'm laughing at myself. Okay, I'll blow that tea light out. You all know I have the tea light keeping the tea hot. So let's turn things back. It's good to be lighthearted and be able to laugh at yourself, as I so often do. And again, not sure if you can see this pretty cup. mug, teacup. But we're going to pour it so you can get some ASMR here. Yes. I love that sound. Lunar Love by Denise, where everything is handmade in small batches. You can reach me at my Etsy website or at my email address and place your order. I'm also known as Lady D. Thank you. So let's see. I didn't actually bring sugar in here today, but I topped off the rose honey. You see it was at the bottom last week. So I just poured more honey on top, and the roses just rose to the top. The roses rose to the top, yes. And so now all of my honey is infused with rose again. It is so worth it. So we're going to have calendula tea with rose honey. Yes. Way to enjoy life. I'm not sure how much I have. I think I'll do 2 teaspoons. Again, I want to thank you for joining me to learn about calendula. If you can, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel and the network, because we're on the United Front Network. Well done. Let's taste it. And you can see all the butterflies, black butterflies. I can't believe it's my first time having this as a tea. I'll be having it more frequently. It's good. So again, like, share, subscribe. If you have any tips or you'd like to learn about particular herbs, just put it in the comments. And or you can DM me on Instagram. You can find me at LadyD4440. You can email me at lunarlovebydenise@gmail.com. You can, you have questions, hopefully I can answer them for you. Oh, and if you would like to donate to the network, you can donate on PayPal at OurGainsII. And if you'd like to donate to myself, my Cash App is $Naturalista D. And that way I can continue to buy more products for the show. And my most recent buy is this lovely teapot. It can go right on my gas stove, and it whistles. And that way I have larger volume of water I'm dealing with. But it makes it easier. So, again, thank you.